Well, good afternoon, art heroes. Welcome back to another From the Art Room Live right here with me, Mr. Celts. It's good to see you guys. I'm glad that you guys were able to make it on this Good Friday. Today we are going to be making some origami bunny bookmarks. Origami has been something that's been done for hundreds of years, actually dating back to the 16th century. It came from Japanese culture where they did paper cranes. Sometimes these paper cranes were used as embellishment and decoration for weddings, also for funerals and things of that nature. They were also used as signs, good omens for good luck. And I made one of those paper cranes right here. This is a paper crane that the wings actually flap on it. So if you can see that, this is one of the ones that I made using a YouTube video. So you can do all kinds of really cool origami projects. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you what these bookmarks do first. And you can take this origami bookmark and check out how cool this is. Where the page that you're on, if you grab some of these other papers up here in the corner here, I hope everybody can see that. I'm gonna make the bunny chomp down onto those pages beyond, and when I close my book, the bunny ears kind of stick up right in the page position that I need. So that's how this bookmark works. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on making this. So we're gonna start today with just a piece of regular printer paper. You can purchase origami paper that is already set to go from, I think they sell packs of it at Walmart. There's packs of it at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any arts and crafts store. You can probably go through and you can purchase paper that's already set to go for origami. The one thing about origami is you need to have a piece of paper that is square. So we are going to first make our printer paper into a square, and I'm going to show you a trick on how you can do that without having to use a ruler to measure everything out. I've got my paper, and my printer paper is longer on one side and shorter on the other. I'm going to take the short side of the paper. I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see. I'm going to take this short side of the paper. I'm actually going to fold it so that it lines up with the long part of my paper. So I'm going to fold it in a way that makes that happen. So I'm going to take this bottom corner, I'm going to set my paper long ways in front of me. Take the bottom corner and you're going to fold it up. And look at this line right here. I want this line to match up to the very top as evenly as I possibly can. And you'll see it's making a diagonal line fold right there. I'm folding this up so that that line matches the top of my paper. I want to try to get it to match up the best that you can. And what you'll have is you'll have this triangle on one side of the paper with a skinny rectangle on this side. I'm going to use a pencil. You don't have to use a pencil, but I'm going to use a pencil here. And I'm going to draw a line right here, right where this paper bumps up. And I'm going to just trace this little edge of this line right here. And when I unfold this, you can see I've got a line right there in my paper. And I will take a pair of scissors, and I'm going to cut right along that line. Don't do anything with this rectangle. We are going to use it. So keep this scrap paper. We're going to use our scraps. That's going to actually be our bunny's teeth and ears. So we want to save that. Just put it off to the side for now. And you'll notice when you cut that off, you have a perfect triangle with your paper folded. And if you open it up, it's a square. We got our paper ready to go. I'm going to set my paper now like a triangle in front of me, and the opening is at the top. And also, if you're watching this after the fact, you can always pause the video and take the time to go back through. And if you don't like the first one that you create on the live stream today, you can always go back and watch the video again and recreate it. Always usually takes one time to get some practice in. The second step for this origami bookmark is I'm going to turn my triangle into a diamond shape. So I'm actually going to take the bottom left-hand corner right here of my triangle, and I'm going to fold it up so it matches it sticks right to the top of my triangle like this. Do you see how it's starting to make the side of a diamond? I want to try to make sure that my lines are nice and straight along the edges. And down here, I'm going to fold this, and you'll have a nice line in the middle right there where you folded that piece up. I'm going to do the same exact thing with the other side. So I'm going to take this part of my triangle, this bottom corner, and I'm going to fold it up as well. And you've turned your triangle into a diamond shape. And I'm going to unfold it. I'm going to take the very top of just this flap, and I'm going to make the point of my triangle here touch the very bottom of where this diamond was down here at the bottom. So I'm going to fold this down, and I'm going to match that point to the bottom and push down. Once we get this folded, this might be the trickiest part about the folding aspect of origami of this lesson today. I'm going to take this corner of my triangle. I'm going to open up this little pocket right here. I'm just going to take my fingers here. I'm going to open up this little pocket. I'm going to bring this up just like I did before, but I'm going to tuck this part in to the pocket. So when I pull this up, I'm going to take this part of my triangle and let it dive down inside, kind of like I'm making a paper cup right here. And once I get it, I want to push it all the way down there. And then I'm going to crease it underneath. So I actually tuck that part of my project inside the paper, kind of like a paper cup. That's probably one of the trickiest parts about this bookmark. So if you're having some problems or having some difficulty with that, don't be afraid to ask for help, and you can always go back and watch this video again to see how I did it. The other side, we're going to do the exact same thing. A lot about origami is just repeating the same steps over and over again. I'm going to take this corner, I'm going to bring it up, open up the middle cup, bring it up, and then tuck this point down inside. You want that to try to be flat down in there too, so it doesn't make your origami project fold up. I'm going to crease this area just like this, because I want this to be a nice even line right here, as even as I can get it. It's not perfect, no worries. Remember, we're only using printer paper to make this origami project, so it may not be perfectly lined up, and it's okay. And when I flip my paper over, you can see this is going to be where we draw the face, and this is where we're going to draw the mouth for our bunny bookmark. This rectangle that I had left from whenever I cut my paper, I'm actually going to take it and long ways, I'm going to fold it in half and put a nice crease. You kind of make a little skinny book right here. See that? Got yourself a little book. Now this is the important part. I'm going to draw bunny ears. I'm going to draw one. I'm going to draw it making sure that it starts the open side of my little book right here. I'm going to turn it so the fold is at the top. And I'm going to save some room up here too. So I'm going to take my little eraser and I'm just going to put it there. You don't have to have an eraser, but sometimes I like to put something there to stop me from drawing up there. If you want to, you could even put your fingers up there like that to stop you from drawing. We're going to use this part to make our bunny's teeth. So down here at the bottom, I've got my eraser here. I'm going to draw a bunny ear. I'm going to start at the bottom. I want it to be a little bit skinnier at the bottom than it is at the top. Inside, I'm going to do another one, but smaller. When you're done, cut out the line on the bigger line on the outside. And once you cut it off the middle there, you'll have two bunny ears ready to go. I'm going to unfold my scrap paper now. In this area that I have in here, I want to cut out a rectangle. This is actually going to be the teeth for our bunny. I'm going to take a pencil now, and right in the middle of the rectangle, I'm going to draw a straight vertical meaning straight up and down, line in the center. This is a bonus tip if you'd like to do it. You can take your scissors and you can cut a little bit of a diagonal line, just a little diagonal. Cut a little bit of a triangle off of this side. You see how I made the line slant a little bit there? When you do it this way, you want it to do it the same way so that one side of your rectangle, the bottom of your teeth, are a little bit skinnier than the top. And when we glue this in, it'll make it look like the bunny's teeth get a little bit smaller down towards the bottom. If you are better drawing with a pencil first, so if you make some mistakes, you can use an eraser to erase, by all means do that. If that's what makes you happy and you're comfortable doing that, use a pencil first. I'm actually going to skip right to my black permanent marker, and I'm just going to draw using my permanent marker. If this is the first time you're doing this project, you may want to use the pencil, and then you can always go back over your pencil lines and trace them with the black marker when you're finished. I'm going to start at the bottom of this diamond shape where there is no folds down here. The folds are all at the top. The part where there is no folds. And I'm going to make a big V shape down here. Next thing I'm going to do is put a tongue inside my bunny's mouth. I'm going to make 2 sad face curves. Now I'm going to move to the top half of the bunny. I'm going to draw the nose first. I'm going to start by making a small, it's going to look like a small smile, but I don't want to make it like a letter U. I don't want the lines to point straight up. Kind of want to make it look more like a bowl shape right here. So right in the center, I'm going to make a curve that comes down and kind of just curves back up like this. So it's making like a bowl shape there. And then I'm going to curve it around in the top half of it. I'm just going to make it kind of rounded like an oval shape. I've got this oval shape for a nose. Yeah, the cool thing about these is you don't have to turn them into a bunny after you make the bunny. If you wanted to try another one and try to do some kind of other animal, you could turn it into a cat, you could turn it into some type of monster. That's the cool thing about this project, is a lot of different things that you can do with it. Once I'm done with my nose, I'm going to start right here on this side of the nose, and I'm going to make a big sad face curve that goes to the side. This is going to be the cheeks of the bunny. So I'm going to make one curve. It goes this way. It goes all the way to the edge of the paper. And my second one is going to do the same thing off the edge of the paper on this side. I'm going to repeat that same thing. This time I'm going to make the lines a little bit shorter, and they're not going to touch the nose to make the whiskers. Next, we're going to make some eyes for our bunny. We're going to make some oval shapes, and they're going to be tall ovals. So up here near the top, give yourself some space. Make sure you have some space to draw both. I'm going to make an oval right above this side on this cheek. I'm going to try to make this one about the same size over on the other side. If they're not perfect, don't worry about it. It's almost impossible to make 2 perfect eyes the first time. Sometimes you may need to take it, if you're using a pencil, you might have to erase. Inside the eyes, I'm going to make some reflections. I'm going to make a circle up here in the top corner that's just bumping along the edge. And another circle here in the top corner. And the opposite down here at the bottom, make a smaller circle. It just sticks right there. And do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to leave those 2 smaller circles white and use my black marker to color all these in. Our bunny's going to be a lot more expressive if we add some eyebrows. So I'm going to put a curve right above the eye there. Curve right above there. I know some of my students like to make their projects angry sometimes. So if your Easter bunny is angry for some reason, you know, you can make that those diagonal lines kind of come down more like a V shape in the center. You can make them up higher to make it look even more happy. If you want your bunny to be a girl, or you want it to look more feminine, you can take and make some eyelashes kind of sticking up from the eyes. I made one like this, and I actually cut out from my scrap paper. I actually made a bow put in the top of that bunny. So I've got some eyelashes there that you could add to yours, but you don't have to do that. The bunny part is done. Let's go to our ears. I'm actually going to take this line that I've got, and I'm going to trace over this with my black permanent marker for that ear. I'm going to do the same over on this bunny ear while I've got my black marker ready. I do have some pencil lines showing right here. So I'm going to take this eraser and carefully, right along the edge here, just run my eraser and get rid of those pencil lines. If you do your project in pencil first and you trace over it with your black permanent marker, don't forget that tip that I taught you last week, where we can actually go over our black lines of our marker with an eraser. It can be a drawing eraser, or eraser on off the back of your pencil. You go back over that, you can get rid of any pencil lines that are sticking out from your outlines. Makes it look a little bit cleaner, makes it a little bit more refined and finished. And for our teeth, let's just trace this black line. We are very close. All we need to do is add our color and glue our pieces together, and we will have our origami bookmark completed today. For our color, I'm just going to use crayons. If you want to, you can color with markers. If you have color pencils at home, whatever you have to color with, you can use those. But I'm just going to use, I've got a 24 pack of Crayola crayons right here that I'm going to use. The last step is getting a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, if you have other glue, if you have Elmer's glue, the white bottle glue, you could use that. You could even use Scotch tape for this. If you have tape, you could even use that. I'm just going to use a glue stick because it's a material that I have a lot of and have sitting around at the house. So I'm going to take the glue stick, just get a little bit of glue ready to go. I'm going to start with the teeth. And I'm going to put at the very top of my teeth, the top of the teeth are the longest part right there above. I'm going to use this. And the cool thing I like about these glue sticks is when they go on, they are purple and they dry clear. I'm just going to put some glue right there at the top of the teeth. And inside, right here, I'm going to open up my origami bunny's mouth and stick this underneath. I'm going to stick it to right behind the bunny's nose. What you want to do is you want to try to make sure that line in the center of the teeth is matching with that line in the center of your bunny right there. And I'm going to squeeze it. I got my fingers inside. I'm squeezing and I'm really making sure that that glue sticks and holds. The ears, I'm going to go right on top of the crayon right here at the bottom. And I'm going to put some glue right down there at the bottom. And I'm going to pick my origami up, and on the back, right near the top, above the eyebrows, I'm going to make this ear go off to the side a little bit. And I'm going to squeeze and push that. You'll notice I'm gluing it to the back of my project. And do the same thing with the other ear. Cool thing about this is if you have more of that scrap paper lying around, you got other things, you can add other details to it. You can add a bow at the top. You can add whatever details you would like. So my bookmark is now completed. It's ready to go. So I'm gonna test it out. And I'm gonna go, I forgot. I was on chapter 6, right? Oh, there we go. Chapter 6. I've got my bunny ready. I'm gonna take this group of paper up here in the corner. Have the bunny chomp down on that group of papers right there. Close the book. There's this cute little bunny ear sticking out of the top. All ready to go. So what did everybody think? Did everybody have a good time? Did you enjoy this origami lesson today? But until next time, everybody, have a great weekend. Enjoy your Easter. And use your Origami bunny bookmark while you're reading this weekend. So I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Take care, everybody. I'll see you all soon. Bye, everybody.